Hello, my diamonds. I got to get myself together. I'm waiting on my next limousine. Now, I was speaking with the bus driver, and I was asking her, because normally my limo that I go on, it just goes straight and take me straight home. And it's like 3 minutes away from where I live. And she said she won't be turning into the next bus because no one is showing up for work. So I'm saying, what is the problem? And what do you think the problem is? What's going on? And she says that they're training new people. But unfortunately, when it comes to the millennials and Generation Z, they're just not showing up for work, or they're quitting. They come, they get the training, and then they're out. So I'm asking her, what is the problem? Why is it that this is happening? Let me turn around like this. Let's turn around. Why is this happening? Whatever. And I said, is it because the pay is not good enough? She said they're paying them between $30 and $50 an hour. You're working only 8 hours. So she says that they're used to working these minimum wage jobs, and then when they get these high paying jobs, they feel they made enough money, so they want to take a lot of time off. People are not showing up for work. My question is, what's going on with this younger generation? You're sitting around saying that there's no decent paying jobs. I think $30 to $50 an hour is pretty good. So I'm asking her, I hope that it's not like this in the wintertime, because who wants to be standing out here in the blizzard when it's freezing? I usually do Ubers anyway. I do Ubers and Lyfts in the winter because I don't have time for all the nonsense. But what about the people who can't afford to do that? And especially when you're getting up there in age and you're becoming more and more refined and legendary, you have to be careful with the snow and the ice. So I'm just fortunate that Jehovah God and Jesus Christ are blessing me enough where I can afford it for now. But with the way things are going, and especially October 1st, with these new executive orders that's coming out, trust me, I work with the legislature, and honey, October 1st, good luck. Brace yourself. I hope these millennials, is that my stretch? Wait, let's see. I think it is. Anyway, walk with me, talk with me. I hope you're going to turn it to the 350. What? Anyway, guys, I just wanted to make a video because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. $30 an hour, $50 an hour is pretty good. And a lot of the millennials are still living at home with their parents, which is smart. That's real smart. You know how much money you save? You're not paying the full rent. They have, okay, that wasn't my bus. I had to pause it for a moment, let you see around town, see where I am. But anyway, I think it's very wise for the younger generation to stay at home. I mean, when the COVID hit, you had a lot of the young kids that went back home with their mom. I mean, they don't have the father in the house, but they went back home with their mother. You know how much money they're saving? They're saving so much money, they buy houses and they're renting it out. I'm sorry, I had to put you on pause again, but you have a lot of the millennials and Generation Z, they are staying at home, and maybe that's one good aspect of this. They're cutting Section 8, they're messing with Medicaid, people's Medicare and Medicaid, that's not good. They are raising the rents. They wouldn't even need Section 8 if they would have decent rent. But the thing is, a lot of people are starting to do like the Africans, the Asians, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Koreans. They don't leave home until they marry out of the house. And that's the smart thing to do. They're buying houses. They have the best cars. They go on the best vacations. Everything is awesome. What's wrong with these American people? I got a reminder, my food delivery is coming at 6 o'clock. I love food deliveries. Yeah, I had to move around out of the sun, but back to what's going on with the millennials, I don't understand. $30 an hour, $50 an hour, and you're living at home with your parents, and you don't even have to pay a full rent. You got somebody to go half with the utility. The utility bill is going up $28. So you have somebody to go half with on that, half on the food. You have your own transportation. You do your own cooking, and sometimes mom will even cook for you. That's a treat. That's smart. I think it's these people smoking so much weed and all of this THC, it's messing up their brain. That's why they don't want to show up to work. Like she said, hardly any of the bus drivers showed up. Put down the weed. Leave these drugs alone. And people trying to convince us to believe that THC, it don't have any effect on you. Yes, it does. It's rewiring people's brain. You have more and more people coming up with schizophrenia, paranoia. Guy in the back of me with these horns blowing and all of this cray-cray. I can't wait to get home, child, to see my royalty, the king of the house. You hear this? Do you hear me recording? I'm recording! Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share this with you. Millennials, Generation Z, get your butt to work, baby. And move back home with your parents if you can. If you smart, don't listen to what nobody says. Oh, he still lives with his mother. He's smart. He's smart. I gotta go. Bye.